bagpipers, drummers, athletes, and more. From feats of strength to piping and drumming competitions, Access Carolina's Ava Bratz is finding out what you can expect this weekend. Lassie.
That's right, Lassie. Now, you mentioned I may not have Scottish DNA in my heritage, but the coolest thing is you don't have to be to come out here and enjoy the culture, the competitions, like you were saying, tons and tons of things to do here. We got John Allen, a pro here, dressed to impress. I'm loving this, and there's a lot to, we're going to dive into that later, but first of all, let's talk about this event. What can people expect this weekend?
So all of our athletes, we've got 6 different divisions of athletes that'll be here, and they'll be competing 7 different events during the day. They'll throw a stone like a shot put. We throw 2 different weights for distance, a heavyweight and a lightweight, and then we throw a hammer out of a cage, and then we also have high defense, a sheaf, and then the weight over bar. Wow. And then the signature event at Highland Games is the caber. We'll throw, it's a long stick, caber short for tree in Gaelic, and so they'll be tossing the caber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, these are athletes. I mean, they can't lift this stuff just out of the, a whim. They've been training for this, and you yourself started competing a while ago, and you didn't even know you were Scottish yet.
I didn't even know I was Scottish. Yeah, it was crazy. Fell in love with it about 17, 18 years ago, and I haven't been able to get away from it since. So
turns out he did an ancestry test. He is 80% Scottish, so we've almost got a pure blood. I say that's a tap in, John Allen. And Deb, a former competitor yourself, you're now a judge. So what do you look for in a competitor like this?
Just for athletes to get out there and do their best.
Okay.
I mean, they're not competing against anybody but themselves, and they get out there and get a PR in the event that they're competing in.
And you mentioned being tall helps, but anyone can do it, and it's a really neat atmosphere. It's a competition, of course, but it's more so with yourself, and it's a pretty friendly environment.
Yes, it's all about the camaraderie, and that's why I became a judge, because I wasn't able to compete any longer.
Yeah.
And I became a judge so that I could stay in the events and be around the camaraderie and the friends that I've made.
No doubt. And there's a little motivation. This isn't just a destination place. The people competing here use this as kind of a training ground.
Absolutely. We train all year round, but when you get to come to a game, it really puts your skills to the test. And you have so many people that are really, really good. And at every event, they're helping you out, giving you tips, how to get better, how to throw farther. And it's just, like you said, the camaraderie is just amazing.
Yeah.
The people that you compete against, you're cheering them on. They may beat you by an inch, and then you come back, they'll give you a hint, and you'll come back and beat them by an inch to the next throw, and it's back and forth, but it's so much fun. Everybody's really out here, trying to help you do better, and you really compete against yourself for the most part.
Well, I think that fits the brand of the Scottish people group. I think they're just the nicest human beings on this earth. So let's talk about the fit here. We've got a lot of different things happening. Talk to me about your pouch here.
So my pouch is called a sporran.
The sporran, all right.
The sporran, yeah, and it's, well, in modern day, I guess we'd call it a man purse.
Yeah, all right, okay.
So, yeah, but it's where you carry your personal belongings in. And the old days in the medieval times, it was a bag basically, and they carried their food or their what they were eating utensils, things like that, their knives and stuff. So it was a very important piece. If you went out into the field, into the Highlands, you wanted to carry your food with you.
That's right.
And that was the best way to.
No shame in that man purse, John Allen. You
No
rock it. We were talking earlier too. They would put a knife kind of in those long socks. So those aren't just fashion. That's kind of efficient too.
So these are called hose, and not socks. And then we have flashing. You're required to wear flashes, and a lot of times it'll be a red or a different color or something to match your kilt.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the colors and different patterns. There's going to be about 30 clans here celebrating the Scottish heritage, and I'm getting schooled in the art of fashion here, which doesn't happen very often. Thank you, John Allen. Put her there, my friend. When we come back, we're going to show you more about Wee Scotland. The little ones can have fun just as much as the adults.
So much to learn and explore, Ava. We look forward to seeing you again a little later in the show.